Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. We're gonna be doing Deer Floor 4. So, as of recording this video, I've already done it. I pre-recorded it last night. There's no audio on it because I was just watching YouTube and listening to music whilst doing it because it was a mindless grind. There was quite a bit of RNG involved. And I want to just go over the gear, we'll go over characters, and then we'll go over a few problems. Not only with this team, but just generally, there's a few problems. So first is Yorm. She is 6'6". Her outfit situation, it's okay. It's not the best. They're not all maxed out, but she's got quite a few maxed. Her relic is upgraded with the bird relic, and then her gear is decent. It is her rat set, so it's decent. Next is Thor, who is 6'6". She is like full outfits, full weapons. Of course, she doesn't have a relic. And she's also rocking attack crit, which is perfect rolled as well. She's my most wailed out character on this team. Next is HEL. I forgot to mention, she's not True Awakened. Thor is True Awakened. HEL is True Awakened. She's 2'6". 2'6 is very key for this, and I'll get onto that after we've gone over the characters. I've got a HP defense. Some people may run her attack crit. Personally, I think she can do this with HP defense. I've done it with HP defense, and she was still hitting damage cap with HP defense. So I still believe that HP defense is probably the better way to go. This is just my old HEL set as well. It means I didn't have to make anything. I probably could definitely improve it in some aspects, but it's a generally good set. She's also True Awakened as well, and I'll go over her outfits. She does have every outfit. They're not all maxed though, only the UR ones are maxed, because if not it becomes quite an expensive upgrade. Next is Freya, who is my most free-to-play player on this team. He is not True Awakened, he is 6'6". His gear is just Percival's gear that I've stolen, which is like nearly perfect. It's like, that is perfect gear. And then he doesn't have basically any outfits, and not all of them are maxed out. He does have the upgrade though on his relic from Bird. Just give him a little bit extra bulk. I give him Retomil to Yorm, as she is the one who takes the most damage, and she's got the worst substats out of everyone. Freya is then a close second, because he's an old character. Like, Yorm and Freya are both old characters. And now this is the bit where I'm going to have to give you the sort of T's and C's that apply with this team. You need Thor. You can't replace Thor, because you can only use Ragnarok characters, because for some reason I thought that would be a smart idea. So there are only 4 Ragnarok blue characters in the game. One's Blue Magelda. You're not going to be using Blue Magelda. One of them's Ragnarok Lostfane. You're not going to be using Ragnarok Lostfane. And you need a DPS, and your only 2 options then are either Thor or Blue Skadi. Don't think you're really going to be using Blue Skadi, so if you don't have Thor, I would not even recommend attempting this. It is not worth your time. You do need Yorm, and you also need her relic as well, preferably also a high ult level on Yorm, just for the extra additional buffs with the damage increase from her ultimate. HEL, unfortunately, you do kind of want 2'6", and that is the reason why I do have a 2'6 in this video. 2'6 does also save me. The reason I recommend 2'6 is that at 2'6 the buff is applied to everyone rather than just herself at 1'6. It is still possible 1'6, but it's a big pain. Freya, once again, you also want him decently high ult level, only so the death damage is very impactful. If not, his ultimate is pretty weak, especially with HP defense as well. Links don't really matter too much apart from Retomil on Yorm. Sorrow you can run on either Thor or HEL, and the other ones I've just given HP defense really high CC links to, just sort of enable them to tank. For card set, you do need the anti-freeze card set. There is no other card set you can do this Demonic Beast with apart from the anti-freeze one. You can run the attack related stats if they're all the same race, but then you may come into problems of RNG if you being frozen on the second phase, which of course you'll see when you get to the second phase. But if you do not have HEL, there is a single replacement. You can't place Freya either. He's basically needed because he's a really good red Ragnarok character. He provides you with single target damage as well as basic stats as well. You can replace HEL. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you don't have HEL, you can run red Magelda. I'm personally never going to run that team. I tried it a little bit, but it felt a little bit too... It felt a little bit more RNG based. You're sort of heavily relying on Thor. And yeah, let's get on with the video now. I think I've done enough yapping. Okay, and here we are. This is the video, as you can see here. It's okay. I didn't start with what's her name, HEL full health. That's because on the previous phase, on floor 3, I didn't get to start floor, but I still did it. So my first hand, I always do the same thing. I play this skill to get rid of it. I then play the healing skill because I wanted to heal HEL, and I play the Thor skill and then upgrade on the HEL skill because I know the HEL skills can do lots of damage. So basically, the gimmick this phase It's not really a gimmick. It's more about how to get rid of the debuff. This is a pretty standard phase. So he'll apply these grey debuffs to you, which are basically every time you attack, you lose. I think you lose like 10% of your max HP every time you attack. It's these ones here, and they're grey. There's only one way that they can be removed, and that is with the deer using its ultimate. Sorry, its AoE skill. Also, these let's pause it real quick. These buffs up here, every time you hit him, he heals 300,000 health. It doesn't matter if you hit him for 1 damage, or 300,000 damage, or even 600,000 damage, he's still going to heal 300,000 every time you hit him. This, I'm pretty sure, stacks every time he hits you, which is kind of irritating when you've got this buff on. I'm pretty sure every time he hits you when you've got this debuff on you, he will get one of these stacks, which is kind of irritating. This can only be removed when with the freeze skill. The freeze skill removes it and also freezes your team as well. As you can see, I'm rushing Thor's ult. I recommend you rush Thor's ult on this bit, just so I can have the anti-freeze effect from the card set. Actually, here I rush it, and I play the skill just to sort of get some chip damage on, because you do sort of want to kill it immediately afterwards. It will infect you as well, so it always does this exact same thing every time. So this is infect. And then it'll go for HEL, because for some reason it hates HEL a little bit on the first phase. And then here it'll AoE, you'll get frozen, but Thor will not get frozen. Also, this bit I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, but either A, they've given it the freeze where you lose wasting skills here as well, just because I know what I need for the next phase. I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but when I kill here, the freeze is sort of like the Amelia freeze, or the Jericho freeze, where you lose a percentage of your health when the freeze is broken. I'm not sure if that is by design or it's a bug, because when I've seen other people beat this, they've not had that damage there, which is quite significant. So this phase, immediate problem. Thor's infected. Turn 1, let me just get the cards up so you can see. That skill there, every other turn, it will play an infect, a grey infect AoE skill. It's a pain, but you can get rid of it with a gimmick. This phase here, as you can see, we've got all of these colours up top, and these are all basically damage reductions on every colour in the game. You could just get rid of the one for your DPS. I'll tell you how to get rid of them in a second. Or what I do is I just get rid of all of them and we just wing it and just see who he ends up killing. So, playing 2 green skills will get rid of the red damage reduction. Playing 2 blue skills will get rid of the green damage reduction. And playing 2 of the red skills will get rid of the blue damage reduction. Another problem slightly with this, every time you attack with a character, you'll see it here, when I think I double attack with green immediately. No, okay, I go red first, and I think I just move. Go for what's the name? HEL's ult. HEL's ult is really powerful. That little effect up there, which you can see, is damage reduction. 50% damage reduction. And that can stack infinitely whenever you play those skills. Actually, I played 2 of them, and now the effect's gone for green. Okay, so I was got a little bit confused. The green, to get rid of 2 gets rid of the green one, and that means getting rid of 2 blue, get rid of red, and then you're playing... Okay, no, I'm just confusing myself more. But yeah, as long as you just play all of them, which is what I do here, just sort of getting rid of them. They should get rid of, I think, blue. Yulm's damage is pretty good now, because once again the damage reduction is removed. But now, once again, now it's applied again. We've also now removed the infects. We played 2 skills and triggered the effect. Get some decent damage there. And this is HP defense, by the way. Big damage, not too much. Once again, damage reduction. Now got rid of the blue one. So you basically got to play type advantage, and it will get rid of wherever you've played type advantage to. These these red torrent buffs, they can be removed. They still have the same effect, so you lose percentage. I think it's 10% your max health per buff, so it's about 20% per turn. I play HEL's ult here, just because it is a saving grace. It's so powerful, and the effect of it is really good. Boosts your team's damage, but also gives you basically 2 turns of invincibility. This Demonic Beast does not have any form of buff removal, which is really nice. As you can see here, we leave it at 1 HP, which is perfect. It's actually perfect, because I was not expecting to do that much damage, and I want to prepare for the next game. I'm having a freak out here, because I thought this was bad. 4,600 health remaining. He ults me, I get infected. That is the bit I'm kind of irritated about, and you can actually see here, I get, like, worst case scenario, I think, okay, I'll play the 2 red skills, trigger the gimmick, and then it will remove the infect. But, if you kill it whilst playing your second skill, the gimmick doesn't count. I probably should have played the skills the other way around, now I think about it. But I kill it, and then I don't have the infect removed, and it lasts for 2 turns. Going into the third phase, So the way you do this is that every other turn he's going to play a single target skill, which is basically going to vaporize you. But the way to stop the vaporizing of your entire team, you play 3 skills from the same attribute will give you a shield. So like on phase 2 of floor 4 of Bird, where you sort of have to have that shield so you don't get insta-killed. Sort of the same here, but it's a single target skill and it happens once again every other turn. So you don't have to constantly keep playing it. It's also got HP related stat buff. You're going to see here, I don't really play the gimmick. I got really lucky, or unlucky depending on how you look at it. So you will still see the shield effect, but I got really lucky and I would also say I kind of unlucky at the same time. So I play all these Thor skills, we do really insane amounts of damage. Also, that's 50% damage reduction every time you play a skill of a certain attribute as well. So do bear that in mind when you are playing skills. Make sure you play it from your weakest skill to your strongest skill. If you start with, let's say you're running Freya skills, you've got, let's say, level 1 non-cleave, so you got level 1 stance removal, level 2 cleave, and you want to play it in that order of weakest skill to strongest skill, only so you can deal damage. If you do not deal damage to the deer, it does not count as playing that skill and you will not get the shield. Also, perfect frame, you can see I got the shield and it missed with the first attack. There we go. There's me looking at the stats, 13,000 health. I did get saved here, just because of the next phase. The next phase is horrendous, and I mean absolutely horrendous. I don't know who thought this was a fair idea, or a fun idea. It's not too good. Also, I was lucky here as well. I got gold Yorm skills, I need to full heal my entire team. Now, everyone's going to die. Most people nearly full heal. Yeah, there you go. There's only HEL and Thor, Thor and Freya who didn't full heal. So, this phase, as you can see, it's got a lot, and I mean a lot, of random looking buffs. It's got 3 immortality stacks, as you can see here, and the way you move them is by doing the colour wheel from start to finish. Every card you play must be a part of the colour wheel. You start with red, you must end with red. You start with blue, you must end with blue. And you've got to do that 3 turns in a row. If not, he's going to apply a stance, because for some reason they thought it'd be fair to still give him a stance like he has in phase 3. That does 1,000,000 damage. It does a lot of damage, it's extremely powerful. And then it's sort of like a race against the clock. He also gets corrosion as well every time you do the colour wheel, which you'll see. And then this is 1 fixed damage. It will also get removed in this order, so it will get removed in, I think, after you finish the second cycle. It will remove red, then green, then blue, then light, then dark. You're not really going to be, let's be honest, you're not really going to be using a light or dark character for this. Yes, you're sort of not forced, and I suppose you are sort of forced to run the normal characters, normal green, blue, or reds. But as you can see here, I'm immediately going straight for the colour cycle. I start with green because I've got 2 green characters, so it means that I sort of still keep the buff on everyone, apart from, what's her name, HEL, but I'm completely fine with losing the buff on HEL. HEL herself is now at 30% all-stat boost because of her passive, which is really nice, and also my team has a really big damage increase from HEL's passive. HEL is probably the most clutch character here. Once again, the higher duped, the better. Preferably 2/6 is what you want. If you don't have 2/6, it's probably going to be a whole different story you play in this. Also, it's got the healing buffs again, as you can see, which is kind of a pain. It's also got a corrosion stack as well, which only lasts for 2 turns, which you can see I sort of have a look at it. It's only 10% of its max HP. Once again, I do the colour wheel. I got really lucky with RNG here. I just do the colour wheel, just thinking. The thing is, I could have lost Quaisley there. Playing that HEL when I played it, I thought, okay, it should be fine. And then immediately after I played it, I realised this could be in trouble, but I still ran with it because HEL is just that broken. I go, get the buff for everyone, do waste a gold Thor, but there is nothing I can do to stop that. The only good thing about this phase is it doesn't remove your old gauge every turn. Okay, it's going to buff up here, so the reason why I thought I was dead here is because it has an Amplify AoE ult, and for some reason, Freya is completely allergic to that ultimate, and he gets vaporized basically nearly every time. Somehow he gets crit every time, I don't know how. He's also got low health, and I'm sort of dreading it, that I popped it a little bit too early, the ult. But I think I get quite lucky here, and this is the turn where it loses the red damage reduction. There you go, now the red one's gone. Now red characters can start dealing damage, and the good thing is about that, is that I'm starting on red, which means I end on red, which means I'm going to get more lifesteal. It's also got a stance coming up, which cannot be removed. The stance on it itself says cannot be removed, which I think is kind of stupid. What's the point of, you know, making Ragnarok characters have stance removal if I cannot remove its stance? I understand it's the gimmick, but I do think this is probably going to get quite heavily nerfed in the future. I think we actually remove blue here instead of green. No, we don't. We remove green here. Then now the green damage reduction's gone. Now this is basically the final turn. This is the final turn. Thankfully, everyone lives. So, yeah, I literally only survived because of HEL's passive procs. It's the first time it's proc this entire time, which is lovely. But yeah, HEL provides so much for this team. Like, my Thor right now has like the attack rate stat boost from Thunder God, the attack boost from HEL's passive, as well as the Grey buff as well. I'm looking at its health, I'm like, I've got to do 1.4 million damage. I'm looking through passives, I'm like, okay, is there anything that says the stance can't be removed? Because I was like, let's go, I'll stance removal it. And then I was sort of panicking, because it's like, okay, can I do it? Check. Stance can, immune to stance cancel. 1500%, which is not as high as I thought it was, honestly. So I misplay here, I play a red skill with Freya, thinking, screw it, I'll just wing it, why not? But I then didn't realise that, like, he doesn't actually do as much as what you'd expect. It's 700k, and my team heals quite a bit. Freya does no damage because the insane amount of damage reduction it's got if you don't play the colour wheel. And then Thor clutches up in the end. So I did misplay. I could have easily done it without killing Freya, but once again, I misplayed. He died. But yeah, it's a pain. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it was easy. Would I recommend farming it? No. If you are not like decently high box CC, decently high constellation, I would not recommend at all playing this content. Only because I feel like it needs to be tweaked a little bit. Mainly the second phase. I feel like the second phase is a little bit too horrendous, especially if you don't get good RNG. The infect is really bad. I feel like it's very stally. If they were to, let's say, rework the second phase and make it less horrendous, I feel like the whole thing would be generally a lot farmable. If you've completed Constellation of Pride, this will be much, much easier for you. But once again, I haven't completed it, but I'm nearly 17 million box CC. And I'm like, let's say 50-60% of the way through Constellation of Pride, and I'm struggling this much. I've got 2-6 HEL as well. I've got the best team with decent ult levels. The only person who's not 6-6 is the new HEL, who is 2-6 and is still good. But would I recommend farming it? Not maybe till it gets tweaked a little bit. Maybe give it a go. If let's say you're doing about, I'll say do about 10 runs. If you don't get to the 3rd or 4th phase during those 10 runs, don't try it. It's not worth it. If you're still stuck on the second phase, you're constantly being killed, all these other problems, you probably just need to work on your box CC and your constellation, maybe the gear of the characters, maybe True Awaken them, maybe upgrade their relics with Bird. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.